This is a little bit, so it's a little bit weird. This is a little bit, so it's a little bit weird.
Hello, everyone. You're listening to Baby Steps, sponsored by Oxford and Soho Baby, a podcast dedicated to exploring the personal and emotional journeys of parenting. I'm your host. My name is Medea. Today I have Gabby, lifestyle content creator, small business owner, and mother of one. Gabby, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, I'm so excited.
You too.
So, we're going to start with the Fast Five, where I ask you five questions back to back, and you answer with the first thing that comes to your head.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Biggest pregnancy craving.
McDonald's French fries.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Oh.
That's good. Which is worse? You run out of diapers or you run out of wipes?
Diapers, I feel diapers. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can make anything out of
For
wipes.
sure. You
Or
can
you
figure
can,
it out.
yeah,
DIY it a little bit. Diapers, that's a little bit more difficult.
yes. One word to describe labor and one word to describe parenthood.
One word to describe labor. Exhausting, but then I fear that exhausting would also describe parenthood.
That's a
Oh,
good answer. Yeah, kind of covers both grounds.
yeah.
Yeah. Favorite baby product you can't live without.
Oh, shoot. The pacifier for sure.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then lastly, most unexpected joy of motherhood.
Um, just really being like feeling extremely fulfilled in every way possible.
Yeah, it's probably the most fulfilling
Yeah.
experience.
Absolutely, 100%. Nothing can really outdo that. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was very good. So
Yay!
now now we're going on to the questions.
Okay.
So this you can have longer answers, you can think a little bit
Gotcha.
more about it.
Awesome.
So, what was the most surprising part of pregnancy or birth that no one warned you about?
I feel like how fast it went, right? Like for pregnancy.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like for me, at least, like it flew by. I mean, the end was a stretch because, of course, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna meet my son so soon, but we don't really know when, he's gonna come. Um, but I feel like the 9 months went really fast.
So that means you must have had a good
I
pregnancy.
did. I had a very positive and healthy pregnancy, luckily, and no complications, thank God. And I don't know, it just went quick for me, to be honest.
So
So,
most people said it would go slow.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
yeah, like my mom's like, I mean, like it's like, oh, like 9 months, it's a long time. Like you're gonna have to prepare, and I feel like there was so much thought to, before he's coming and before he got here. It's just like it really just flew by, I guess. And I think maybe part of that was because my husband and I moved from North Carolina to Florida during that time. And so there was a lot of change going on. So I didn't really have time to like just sit there and be like pregnant. I was kind of like doing everything in between, So yeah, I mean, that's what I would say is probably that.
Okay, I like that. What about for birth? Like the actual birthing experience?
Yeah, so well, this is a little bit so it's a little bit weird. I couldn't get an epidural, and I did know that it was possible and most likely that I was not going to be able to get one at the time of giving birth. So I did prepare by going to hypnobirthing classes, and I practiced meditation and tried to prepare myself as much as I could. Obviously not knowing what to expect because I'm a first time mom, but as much as I could prepare myself, my mind, my body for an easy birth, given that I might not be able to get the epidural. And so um, while I was in the midst of labor, they told me, shocker, that I couldn't get one and I would have to just thug it out. And I think that was like as prepared as I was through this pregnancy, knowing that that was probably something that I didn't have the option for. I think that was shocking because actually funny little story, the when I had first got to the hospital when I was in labor, my first anesthesiologist came in and he's like, I know that you don't want the epidural, but you actually are eligible to get one. I was like, awesome, good to keep in the back of my head. So then when I'm in the depths of labor, I'm like, you know what? I could use a nap. Like, let's get the epidural. Like, we'll do it. And then the next anesthesiologist, they had switched shifts in the hospital, denied me the epidural. So I guess that was kind of shocking, like in the
That would
middle
be the
of
worst
everything.
feeling where you think, oh, I can totally do this as a backup plan, and
Yeah,
then to be told no.
it was awful.
Oh
But
my gosh.
everything turned out good. Like I survived. It was rough for sure, but yeah, that kind of was very shocking in the moment. I was like, but you just told me I could get one.
Yeah, they
Like
should all be on the same page.
that's what I, yeah, no, apparently not. Apparently they all have
Yeah.
different opinions. So,
Wow, that's rough.
yeah, it was rough, but we did it.
You made it. You thugged it out.
Did.
What were some of the most memorable moments during your pregnancy?
Ooh, the kicks. I mean, the
Mm,
baby movement. I started feeling Luca as my son's name very early on, so like around 13 weeks, which everybody had told me that it's usually not that early you would be able to feel it. So I was kind of like, well, is it that? And it was definitely him. Because I just remember I would eat, especially chocolate. I don't know, got him like
mm,
getting really excited in there. I love chocolate, so I guess he might like chocolate too. We'll see. But every time I would have chocolate, he would just, I don't know, it's just that feeling, and I miss it so much. I'm only 5 months postpartum, and it's like, I want to be pregnant again. Like, it's so dangerous. I'm like,
wow. Yeah,
yeah,
people have mixed reviews. Some people loved being pregnant, and then some people had so many issues and didn't like it at all.
for sure. Yeah, for me, it was super positive, and maybe it's because I'm so young. Maybe it's because it's my first baby. I'm not sure, but I just I miss it. I miss the kicks and
Mhm.
everything. So yeah.
Very cool.
Mhm.
What has been your biggest, I have no idea what I'm doing moment so far?
Well, there was an instance with this was, I want to say maybe like a month after Luca was born. And I don't know, I had like, the hormones, everything. I could not for the life of me figure out how to do the formula. So I had the Baby Brezza. It's like a coffee machine basically for formula, and then it's supposed to make it for you essentially. And I
Hmm.
had set that up because I put it on my registry. Someone had bought it for me, thankfully, because I was like, I don't know, it's just confusing to me. And so I had done it, the formula. I didn't know I didn't know what it was supposed to look like. Like I don't know, I was very not really thinking logically, I think because of the hormones and everything, the lack of sleep for sure.
Hmm.
And it was coming out like super clumpy. It was
Oh.
and I was like, oh, okay, like I'll just mix it. Like I don't know. And I don't know, my son like was very he did not like it. And I felt like I like failed and I was so like I was distressed. I was so upset because I'm like we had to combo feed him because I don't make enough milk. He drinks 9 ounces a bottle now, but when he first got home from the hospital, kids drinking 4 ounces. Like that's a little bit, like it's a lot of milk.
Hmm.
So I really wasn't just making enough for him at the time. And so we had to combo feed, and I was trying to figure out that and this, and it was just like a mess. But I feel like that's probably what it would be. This is
Yeah,
the
it's
first
your
thing I can
first
imagine.
time doing it.
Yeah.
And are there instructions and stuff that come with it, or it's like just free for all?
No, there's definitely instructions, but when you're like running on 3 hours of sleep, you're trying to read all the words on the page, and I don't even I'm not comprehending it. I'm like, I don't know, just put the water in the scoops. I don't know, like, but we
Yeah.
figured it out eventually, and I was like, okay, like that was just so, but now I know, so
Yeah, there's gonna be moments like that throughout the whole experience, but that's what makes
yeah,
it special. You
for sure,
power through it and you figure it out.
yeah,
Yeah, that's beautiful.
yeah.
Did you receive any advice from friends, family, or healthcare providers that really stuck with you?
Um, Drink water. I mean, that's still something that like I'm struggling with, to be honest. It's just hard to remember sometimes, as silly as that sounds, but yeah, I forget to drink water when I'm trying to like handle Luca and work at the same time and clean the house. It's like,
Hmm.
so that's probably a huge one because actually towards the end of my pregnancy, I was getting, I think they were called, I don't quote me on this, like cluster headaches. I don't know. It's basically where you see, it's kind of scary. You will see like visual snow, almost like TV static, and it would come and then go because I was dehydrated and I thought I was drinking a lot of water. So throughout, like towards the end of pregnancy, that was like coming out. And then after I gave birth, I kept having it off breastfeeding and you have to be hydrated. And that was like the number one thing that everybody was telling, like drink water, drink. And sometimes you forget, and I still forget. I have my water bottle here, it's full, but like
Hmm.
you drink it. So that, no, I'm gonna drink some now.
Yes, drink some water. It's important to be hydrated just in general, but especially when you're pregnant and yeah, and a mother and you need to be staying hydrated because that's scary. I've never heard of that. Cluster.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they thought it was preeclampsia because that, I guess, apparently you can have vision changes there. Thankfully, God bless, it was not that.
Hmm.
It was just dehydration, like severe dehydration. So definitely very important during pregnancy, after pregnancy, to get your hormones back and everything like that. Very important.
Hmm.
Mm.
Wow. Okay, that's important for everyone listening. Drink enough
Yeah,
water.
please.
What's one piece of advice you heard about motherhood that turned out to be totally wrong?
Oh. These are good questions. One piece of motherhood that turned out to be wrong. I think because this is my first baby and I'm so young, a lot of everybody was telling me like you're gonna have to um you're going to have to give up certain things or like not necessarily give up, but you're going to have to um your life's going to change completely and I just don't that's not really true. Like I mean it's definitely changed, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's just enhanced my life, if that makes sense. Like I feel like I'm like meant to be a mother, and that's my natural instinct. And I think if anything, it's made my life way better. Like waking up in the morning and just getting to see him, like, you know what I mean? It's just, and
Mhm.
watch him grow. And it's the most fulfilling thing ever. And it's definitely changed. Like, obviously, priorities, not, he's number one, but like, yeah, I don't like that. And everybody said that to me. I think that would be it.
Yeah, saying you'll give up things is such a
Yeah.
negative way to look at it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
instead it's just replacing things, replacing your
Right.
priorities rather than giving anything up.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Final question. What advice would you give to other mothers and fathers listening right now?
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a good question. I would say that obviously I'm speaking as a first time mommy because I'm a first time mom. Um but I would say be patient with one another because you guys are both doing this for the first time most likely, or maybe not, but you got to be patient with one another because I mean, that's definitely the one thing that my husband and I have learned with each other because this is so new for both of us in our lives and we're so young and so trying to figure everything out. Just remember that you guys are a team and that's so important to keep that in your head. You guys are on the same team rather than just like trying to fight and bicker at each other. And it could be hard, I feel like, especially for the woman who has to give birth and carry the baby. It's a lot of hormone changes and you have to understand that that's completely normal. And I think your partner also has to understand that as well. But patient and be patient with each other and remember that you guys are on the same team. That would be like my best advice.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Patience is key in everything,
Yes.
especially raising a child.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much. That's all we have for today. Gabby, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It
Of
was so
course.
fun.
Listeners, thank you for tuning in. You've been listening to Baby Steps, sponsored by Oxford and Soho Baby. Have a great rest of your day, everyone.
Bye.
You've been listening to Baby Steps, sponsored by Oxford and Soho Baby. If you're in the market for a new crib, glider, dresser, or more, we'd love for you to check out our line of furniture. Head over to oxfordbabyandkids.com or sohobaby.com. All links are within the show notes. For more information as a listener, enter the code podcast10 for 10% off your total purchase, plus free shipping on all orders over $799. Thanks for listening and tune into our next episode. Bye for now, and remember, every step is a step towards progress. We hope today's story gives you the confidence and the assurance that every journey is different, but we do it together.